Hi, I'm Allie Sutherland here with the CMORoom in beautiful San Francisco. Obviously, it's a beautiful night out tonight, and I've got Myles Lawless here with me. Myles, tell us a little bit about yourself.
Hi, Myles Lawless. I head up digital omnichannel marketing for a biotech pharma company called Corcept Therapeutics here in the Bay Area.
Okay. Well, what is something that's going on in pharma marketing right now that you think might end up influencing marketing as a whole?
Yeah, I think so. For our industry, we sort of gravitate between being risk averse, given the high regulations and so on that we have to work in, and being in a state of FOMO, given the latest technology, particularly being here in the Bay Area. And so for us, a lot of the challenges and opportunities that we're looking at is specifically around how do we take advantage of AI technologies and bring that into the industry to not only look at the obvious things such as input for creative design, but also for channel optimization and how we reach our audiences in a more targeted way, when they want information, how they want information, as appropriate for them.
I think that's really interesting. You mentioned AI. Everybody else this evening has mentioned AI because obviously it's just on everybody's mind, right? Everybody's talking about AI because there's so many things you can do with it. We're talking about how you can use it in marketing, and I look up sourdough recipes via AI. Okay, I'm like, find the best sourdough recipe for me on AI. So obviously it has so many capabilities, but there's caveats to that, right? What is one caveat to AI that you're like, I don't like this, we shouldn't use it?
Yeah, I think one of the key things that we worry about within the industry is the sort of this hallucination, right? And so it's one thing, as you say, to like look up a sourdough recipe, and maybe if the directions are not the greatest, the experience of your sourdough may not be great. But it's a whole different thing when you start thinking about somebody's health decisions. And so for us as an industry, we're trying to figure out how do we leverage the promise, but always keep the human in the loop. That will be key for us. Otherwise, you run this risk of giving these false positives that are more harmful than helpful.
Yeah, and it might cause someone to worry when they really don't need to. So I completely understand on that route. What, Miles, what is one thing that a brand that is not in your industry, a completely different brand, what's one thing that that brand is doing marketing wise that inspires you?
Yeah, this is a little bit of a holy grail. I think we've been talking about this industry agnostic for a long time, is how do you create that personal experience? So without being creepy, right? So we, as consumers, want to give up some level of insights into our behaviors if it's going to improve the experience that we have. And so for us, what I'm always curious about is outside of the industry, how are brands doing that in a way that is authentic to the brand, but also meets the needs of the audience that they serve?
That's really, really interesting. Thank you so much for answering those questions. I think as we go forward, interacting with AI more, and especially with our health, everything's going to change for better or for worse. We're already there with AI.
I agree. And I think the future is more optimistic than pessimistic.
I agree. So that's it for us here at the CMO room this evening.